Yeah, abortion. What a weird topic to talk about. What a weird thing to say that you love or for that you're for. Uh, I was listening to someone earlier, and she was saying to describe abortion. What is it? To the person who's pro-abortion, asking them to describe what it is. Uh, yeah, it's very odd to see people. It wouldn't be odd to see people with signs protesting something like that. To me, that's normal human nature. The odd thing would be people with signs saying, "Hey, we want abortions," or women saying that. Or the odd thing would be, I think Clinton passed a law saying you can't protest within so many feet of an abortion clinic. So they have special anti-protest laws for these clinics. I just saw to my left somebody has a bumper sticker that said "Freedom means choice." Yeah, it's an odd talk. It's an odd thing to be out of the closet about killing an unborn child, being for that. But everybody is out of the closet on everything, whether it's being homosexual, being for, transitioning a male child into a female or female into a male, giving hormone blockers. So the things that you might think, well, hey, that's not normal. Well, it is normal. It's not normal, but the things that normally you'd think would be, you wouldn't be necessarily proud of, like killing a child in the womb or having certain types of sex. Instead of keeping it quiet, it's loud, right? All the parades for homosexuality that are promoting it, cities painting crosswalks, rainbow colors, cities raising rainbow colored flag that was, the rainbow itself was, if you're into the Bible, it was God's promise to never flood the earth again. But I think the actual rainbow flag has been, it's represented homosexuality for a while now, and even that's changed. It's got different stuff on it to say whatever. But all these things, they're fighting for these things. Certain people are, I'd say the vast majority are not that way, not for it. So it's a overrepresented minority, once again, that likes this kind of stuff, that likes abortion and homosexuality and whatever else. That's just that's not, pro nature, let's say, because no animal in nature would. Now, a rabbit might wanna. They sometimes kill their offspring if they're in captivity, something like that. But normally, it's just against nature. So homosexuality is that way, and so is abortion. The funny thing about abortion is you have to have sex, and the vast majority of these procedures were not because of anything wrong with the baby or because of rape or incest or anything like that. They're just convenience, or the females were convinced, they've been conditioned and convinced by society at large that, hey, you don't want to have that child, that baby. That's going to be a problem. It's going to be financial burden. They convinced these girls that it's socially acceptable, something that's socially okay to do. Society's okay with it. It's just an okay thing to do. Now, it still might not be something you're proud of, but it's not bad, right? It's okay. So, no animal would do that in nature. No animal wants to. No animal could do that. You got something growing in the animal and you kill it. No animal would do that. Even if it could, no animal does that. But when you have brainwashing, all kinds of weird things become possible. They come into the realm of possibility. So just the cultural conditioning of convincing women to kill their own babies, that's exactly what's been done. To condition them that, hey, it's a better idea to kill or terminate that pregnancy, however you want to call it. You want to call it abortion, you want to call it killing a baby, or do you want to call it women's health rights, medical care? Convincing, that's a interesting trick that's been pulled and played on society itself. No woman would want to do that normally. You'd have to be pretty traumatized, brainwashed. I remember there's this video I was watching, there's this young girl, I think it was a British girl. She was under control of, I don't know, there's these Satanists, and she was basically spilling the beans and saying all this horrible stuff these Satanists would do, like eat babies. So she was raped or used for sex as a young girl, adolescent, child, and she'd get pregnant from time to time, and they made her kill her baby or eat it, I think. But even this girl I think she got pregnant again for the second time, and she tried to keep the baby in the bathroom or hide it, because that's a normal human instinct, is to want to love and keep. It's a female instinct. It's a motherly instinct that's very natural. So this girl, even though she was in that horrible situation, I think it was her mother-in-law that put her there, or something like that. But she's just confessing and doing this interview. But yeah, it is a very normal thing to want to care for and nurture life. That's what women do. That's kind of their role, should be their role in society as mothers, to watch after your children, including, after the inception. So the trick being played is to convince women, well, you don't want to have a baby, or even you go further than that. After you kill your baby, you could just keep working and make money. Because that's what's going to make you happy, and you're best at doing something for money. This is what's been sold to society, to girls, females. Don't try to have babies or be a good mother or wife to your husband. Just think about yourself. Funny thing is, by doing that, I'm not saying it's, there's no situations where women don't need to work, have to work. But convincing somebody, and this is probably like a lesson to be learned, even if it's not even if we're not being conned, maybe, we have conned ourselves into being selfish and think, hey, by doing this I'm winning, by just chasing after money. We could all fall into some kind of trap like that. Yeah, this is part of the conditioning. It's not just abortion. It's the women's role altogether. The family unit itself being destroyed, non-existent. Where the woman is working, the mother, the father are working, and then the state or the government takes over in raising children. So yeah, society can only go so far. Usually when it goes this far, it's got to come back, or it's going to just fall dead and crash. But so I'm happy to see the swing back, whether it's from 20-year-olds, youngsters, being trad, or trying to be traditional, or whether it's just from the older people who lived through a more traditional life. Or, right now it's just the youngsters. I think they're just sick of it. They're sick of the bowl. I think it can't go on that way for long. And survive, right? You're at the end. So